This week with the Morning Q crew.
Q93 Alexandria is number one hit music station. And if you collected VHS, I'm going to get it out eventually there. VHS. I haven't had my coffee yet, Brandon.
Stick in there, dude. You've got this.
You sip on yours. But if you collected VHS tapes, chances are that you had a copy of Titanic, right? Heck, I collected, well, my parents did. I remember having some as well. And I remember they had the Titanic. My mom had it. It was one of the top-selling tapes.
Watching those dirty movies as a little boy, Josh.
More than 25 million of the tapes are in circulation. There's a guy in Florida. His name is just JD. He is trying to collect all 1 million copies of the Titanic on VHS, or around 1 in 25 copies that have existed. He has 2,477 copies already.
AKA, he has a lot of ground to make up.
He jokefully plays off about his fandom. However, his dedication obviously is real. He has spent a few years collecting the Titanic, and it's a double VHS because it was a long movie. So it's taking up a lot of space in the house, right?
Well, yeah. He might have to get a big storage facility.
He claims that he already has the world's largest collection of Titanic soundtrack on CD. So he might be able to get like a Guinness World Record, Brandon.
This is one of the top who cares moments. You tell somebody, I have the most copies of the Titanic.
On VHS.
Who cares, dude? Nerd. Dude,
weirdo.
Go get a life, dude. Go touch grass.
I bet you he's not married.
Oh, no way. There's no shot, dude.
But you say who cares? Well, there might be some people who care and want to help this guy out.
I'm sure there's a select 3 individuals that care about this.
He won't get to 1 million by hitting up thrift stores. He's going to need people's help. He's asking people to donate their spare copies to him by mailing them to him. And you'll have to cover the shipping. But you know what? You'll help this dude make like a Guinness World Record, more than likely. So if you want to help, his address is P.O. Box 5355, Largo, Florida.
Why don't we send him a potato? You remember whenever we talked about how you can mail potatoes?
Oh, yeah.
Let's mail him a potato.
What if we mail him a copy of Titanic and a potato?
No, I think we should just do the potato. And we can like etch into the potato skin Titanic.
Funny enough, tomorrow they have the Titanic coming out on 4K for the first time ever.
Well, that's his way to get there.
No, he's doing VHS, but I wonder how many copies he's going to pick up tomorrow when that comes out.
Oh, Lord.
Q93 Alexandria's number one hit music station. Find us on the socials this morning. Connect with us: Facebook, Twitter, X, Threads, TikTok, Instagram, all the socials. Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew.
Your glove box is the place for all of those extra napkins you collect, but the folks at Chipotle want to change that. They just added some new merch to their website, including a napkin holder that attaches to your visor. It's called the Chipotle Car Napkin Holder. It's supposed to be a playful jab at all the people who take way too many napkins when they order food. The idea is it declutters your glove box and offers easy access when eating behind the wheel. Each napkin holder costs $30, but get ready to be disappointed. They promptly sold out over the weekend. It's not clear if they plan to stock more, but the good news is you don't need to wait. All they did was slap their logo on a tissue holder for visors and call it a napkin holder. Amazon's got a ton of tissue holders that look just like it, and they're a third of the price. So if you're into the idea, just buy one for $10 and load it with napkins instead of tissues. And if you want to save even more money, don't buy this and just put napkins in your middle console like I do.
But this is so much more convenient. You don't have to like search through everything or lift up your console and everything. It's right there, right above you. Just pull down, just like you would at a restaurant. Just pull it and you got it. I didn't know this was a thing. This is genius. How long has this been around? I want one for my vehicle.
I personally cannot give you an answer as to how long it has been around, seeing as I am not all-knowing, Josh.
Well, I'm just curious. If
was it a rhetorical question?
It kind of was.
Okay.
I just feel like maybe this has been around for a while, and I'm just realizing.
Chipotle no, it is a good idea. I will say this, though. It's another one of those not meaningless, but almost useless inventions where it's a cool idea, but
useless.
Let's be real, Josh. You have no need for this in your car because there's plenty of places you can keep these napkins that aren't in the way of anything. If you've got a center console, which I know you do because most cars have it, then it's just as easy to get one out of there. It might be easier.
For convenience here, though. It's a little more convenient this way. I don't know. And I mean, people used to put their CDs up there. Now we don't use CDs, so let's just put our napkins.
I guess so, Josh.
Crazy criminal.
Josh, if you are on the naughty list, you're going to have to take matters into your own hands.
I won't say
and
good list. You're on the naughty list.
I don't know if I'm on the naughty list. I've had my fair share of nice moments.
Maybe Santa hasn't decided yet for you. It's still
I might be
on the
undecided.
fence.
Who knows? Same might go for you. So taking matters into your own hands is one thing, but murdering Santa is another. A couple in Kentucky is upset after someone gunned down the inflatable Santa in their yard last weekend. They were watching TV when they heard a bang. They looked outside and noticed that their giant inflatable Santa had fallen over. But the footage from a surveillance camera made it scarier. A car turned around in their court, drove past their house, and apparently shot the Santa. It's unclear who the shooter was or who ordered the hit. The inflatable was new, and they had just bought it for $200. Fortunately, a neighbor helped them patch the bullet hole. No one was hurt except the Santa, but the community is concerned because this happened very close to the houses, and the police are investigating. So this guy, I don't think he's doing himself any favors by shooting Santa. Not going to get himself on the nice list by doing that.
That's crazy. And those things are expensive. And, that's why I don't buy any of those things and put them out, because I've had people I know, people come steal them and
like your plants.
Yeah. And it's just a sad
And not only
situation.
are they expensive to buy, Josh, but you've got to take into account the amount of money that you're going to be spending on electricity to keep that thing blown up.
My neighbor got a little Santa Claus one, but I think it's funny because they put it in their front yard, but he also parks right there because he's got to park right in front of his front door.
You probably can't even see it.
He parks in front of it at night. I'm like, you can't even see
wow.
the Santa. It's so stupid. My neighbor is so stupid.
They're trying their best, Josh.
He's the one
Let
that stole
them
my
live.
plant. I guarantee you. He stole my plant.
I don't know if he stole it.
He's on the naughty list. He's getting coal from Santa this year. Maybe Santa will bring me a plant.
Maybe.
Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Once again, just want to thank everyone in Sinla and also local businesses as well for contributing to making our annual Sinla Broadcasting Cares for Kids toy drive such a big success. Biggest one yet. We actually had some issues getting all those toys together and transporting them to where they needed to go. So we were able to do it, though, and we just want to thank everyone for being so generous this holiday season.
There were so many toys, Josh.
So many toys.
Oh, my gosh.
A lot of children's going to wake up on Christmas morning with a smile on their face.
Absolutely. So, Josh, it's time to announce the word of the year.
Okay.
Which is the most exciting day of 2023 for people who work at dictionaries. The Oxford University Press in England has awarded its prestigious Word of the Year honor to... Would you like to guess what the word of the year is, Josh?
Is it cup of tea?
No, it's not cup of tea.
Is it in the cupboard?
No, it's not that either. It's also certainly not your terrible British accent.
Not terrible.
The honor goes to, drumroll please, Riz. That's Riz with two Z's, not like Ritz crackers. Riz is...
What the heck is Riz?
You've never heard of it? So let me educate you real quick. Riz is internet slang defined as style, charm, attractiveness, and the ability to attract a romantic or sexual partner. It's basically a shortened form of charisma, like how fridge is short for refrigerator.
Like Josh is oozing with Riz.
I don't think anybody would say that, but I guess that might work. Unfortunately, this means Taylor Swift was snubbed. Riz beat out 3 other finalists, including Swiftie, which we don't have to define. The others were Prompt, the instructions given to an AI program which determines or influences the content it generates. It's basically like the Google search query for AI, which you can hone to get it to do exactly what you want. And Situationship, a romantic or sexual relationship that's not considered to be formal or established.
A situationship?
You've never heard of a situationship?
That is sad.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
That sounds like you're just hooking up.
That's pretty much what it is. So, Josh, here are the 4 other semifinalists. You've got Beige Flag, a character trait that indicates that a potential partner is boring or lacks originality. Parasocial, a relationship that a person imagines having with another person who they don't actually know. Heat dome, a persistent high-pressure weather system over a particular geographic area. And de-influencing, the practice of discouraging people from buying popular products.
Oh, instead of an influencer, you're a de-influencer.
Yeah.
How about that?
What's your
Congrats to
favorite word of
Riz.
the year? Is Riz your favorite out of these, or do you have another favorite?
I mean, I think Swiftie should have got it. I mean,
No.
we have been talking about Taylor Swift all year. She dominated the year. I read a story. No, you did that in Showbiz Highlights yesterday, where she's going to make $100 million just off royalties from Spotify. I mean, no wonder she don't care if Travis Kelce wins his football game or not. She's making bank.
She better start caring, because those Chiefs, they might lose a playoff home spot.
Yeah, I see the AFC's tight.
Very tight.
Don't have to worry about anything on the NFC side because the Saints are way out of the picture.
Kind of stopped watching Saints football.
Oh, what a fake fan.
No, I love the Saints.
They almost pulled it out
but
last week.
It's almost as though you're watching a train wreck.
It is. They have a few moments of greatness, and then they unravel so fast.
So what I'll do is I'll have the two games on where you've got your ABC and your CBS or whatever on Sundays, or Fox, I can't remember. But whatever the Saints are on, I'll have them on, and then I'll go to the other channel with the other teams playing. This last week it was Denver and Houston, and I usually get carried away with that other game. I'll check in on the Saints, but I for the most part, last week whenever I saw Detroit jump out to a 21-0 lead, I said, yeah, I'm going to watch this other game.
Thankfully, they made it a game, though. They didn't just lay over and get run over completely. But I don't know how we start talking about sports, but that's somehow
It's
it'd be
just
like that sometimes.
It's the type of Riz we have.
K93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. So the question is, are you giving 100% at work? Are you giving 100%? Maybe you're giving 110%. It's insanity. You got to go ahead and pump the brakes, Brennan. I'm going to tell you why. There's an idea called the 85% rule, which says instead of giving max effort, loosen up a little bit. Give 85 instead. That keeps you more flexible, more present, helps you be more creative. It keeps you from burning out. Remember earlier I said you can't do 100% of the time. You're going to get exhausted. So the rule actually comes from Carl Lewis. Yes, the Olympic sprinter, Brandon. He says he generally starts his races slower because he was giving 85%. And then he cranks things up, and he'd pass the other runners who were too tense and slowing down because they had started off 100% and they were exhausted by the end of the race.
Running a race in the Olympics is one thing. How much does this translate to an office job? How much does this translate to doing radio? How much does this translate to all of those things?
I think if you come in here guns a-blazing, you're going to be exhausted by the end of the day. You're going to be tired. You got to give yourself some rest. You got to kind of slow it down.
I'm not going to say that Carl Lewis is not a smart guy, but his job is running fast.
Isn't the saying slow and steady wins the race?
But his job is to run fast, so that would be contradictory, would it not?
Slow and steady wins the day.
I don't know, Josh. I don't know.
You got to slow down.
I think you should be giving your entire effort all of the time, because that is the right thing to do. Everything of your might, everything within your power, you should be doing it.
Do you really do that?
I try.
Are you thoroughly exhausted at the end of each day?
I try.
You should be.
I do.
You give it 100%.
I do give it a valiant effort.
Oh, see, that's different than 100%. You're like, I'll give it a valiant effort. That means you're probably doing like 98%, 95.
Who are you to say, Josh?
K93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. We just finished talking about social media and how it's a lot of fake stuff. If it's not fake stuff, it's stupid stuff. And here is a trend. I guess it's on TikTok. Tell us about it, Brent, about a woman.
Well, you already made the painfully unfunny joke that I am the woman that you would name. So the latest TikTok trend is the Name One Woman Challenge.
That was funny.
It wasn't funny.
It was at your expense.
It's not funny. I'm obviously not a woman, and there's proof in the pudding. It's pretty simple. A woman asks her guy to name one woman, and he usually pauses because he doesn't get it at first. So sometimes you have to repeat the question. If the guy says your name, he's a star. He may even qualify as a golden retriever boyfriend, Josh, maybe?
Oh, we talked about that yesterday. That's me, golden retriever boy.
Most guys won't say your name because the question is vague, and he thinks you're trying to trick him, which you are, obviously. And here's the original video, and here are a few clips making the rounds. This guy said Anne Hathaway. This one simply says Ashley. His partner is named Montana, and she's not happy with the answer. Here's another one. Are we going to play these?
Well, I was, but you just kept talking, so I was just going to, let you roll with it.
All right, dude. I didn't know that these were stacked up like that.
So what you think about this? I think it's stupid, and I think they're just trying to set up their boyfriend and get an argument going or try to, it's dumb.
Well, yeah, it's obviously dumb. It's not the most smart thing. They've got a lot of these little TikTok trend tricks right now where, they've got the make me sweat, make me water.
I think that's your favorite.
No, it's not,
I don't know.
Josh.
You talk about that often.
But I did that to my girlfriend last night, and
Did
I
you
thought
do
it was
the dance?
I thought it was funny because
Was she impressed?
the whole trend is that the girls, they play the video and they try and record to see if the boyfriend will look.
Which
and
is
so
stupid.
One of the videos popped up on my feed, and it was a guy making fun of that song.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just a dude like saying, hey, you should play this or whatever. And I'm playing it, and she's studying in the same room or whatever. And it goes through one full cycle of the song, and then I let it replay, and I see her do this incredible side eye. It was the most nonchalant.
She start twerking?
No, what? No.
All of a sudden,
Josh,
she
did
stand up
not-
and just start doing,
No.
make me water.
No, but she gave me a mean side eye because she thought I was looking at another girl doing that dance.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes. Can I go ahead and play this now that you're done?
Go for it, yeah.
Cool.
Ask your man to name a woman. If that guy says any other name than yours, you should start a fight.
Name one woman.
Name a woman?
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway? Why?
Name one woman.
That's the question?
Yeah.
Alex? Duh. How stupid do you think I am?
Name one woman, Brendan.
I would say Condoleezza Rice.
No? Okay. Yeah. Zoe Kravitz.
It's a good one.
Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Time Magazine's 2023 Person of the Year, Taylor Swift, and Last Christmas. And it was perfect that we played some Taylor Swift. Travis Kelce's man or woman.
Boo!
Taylor Swift. Why are you booing?
Boo!
Why are you booing?
I'm sick and tired of seeing them together. Ready for them to break up.
That's the next thing that's going to come.
I'm the biggest hater.
Patience, child. Patience.
I'm a large hater of that. Well, let's get into our NFL pick'ems. Last week, Josh, you went 9-4, and I went 8-5. So that means, Josh, you are 107 and 69, and I am 108 and 68. We are separated by one.
I have slowly made progress.
We are
You had a
separated
good week 1, and since then, I've been slowly
by
catching
one
up.
singular game. So week 14, let's get into these picks. Tonight, the Steelers and the Patriots are facing off in Pittsburgh. Josh is rolling with the Patriots. I'm rolling with the Steelers. And then we've got our Sunday noon games. We've got Tampa Bay and Atlanta. We're both rolling with Atlanta. We've got Los Angeles Rams and Baltimore in Baltimore. I'm rolling with Baltimore. So is Josh. Detroit and Chicago, we're both rolling with Detroit. Indiana and Cincinnati, we're both rolling with Indiana. Then Jacksonville and Cleveland, both rolling with Jacksonville. Carolina and New Orleans, I nearly took the Panthers just because I have no hope in the Saints for this year anymore. But we're both rolling with New Orleans on this game.
They got a big injury report.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if the outcome of that game is a Panthers win. Houston at New York Jets, MetLife Stadium. How about this, Josh? We're both going with Houston, and then we get into that afternoon slate, the 3 o'clock games. Minnesota in Las Vegas, we're both rolling Minnesota. Seattle and San Francisco, we're both rolling San Francisco. And here's where winners will be decided, Josh. Buffalo and Kansas City are playing this week. Josh, you are rolling with Buffalo. I'm rolling with Kansas City. Denver and the Los Angeles Chargers. You're rolling with the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm rolling with Denver. Then we've got Philadelphia and Dallas, my game of the week for sure. That is our Sunday night football game.
I I don't
It's
feel
a hard
good about
game.
this week,
It's
man.
a hard one. So you've got Dallas. I've got Philadelphia. I very easily could see Dallas winning this game. They lost the first matchup. I don't know if they'll lose two.
I could easily see you come out ahead by 3 games or so.
I could see the same for you, Josh.
Because the ones you picked, I really could have picked those
There
two.
is
and I
a
was like,
world where there is no movement, though, Josh, because, man, there is only 4 differences in this week, and so we both could do 2 and 2 on those differences, and then we just stay at a standstill.
I need to take a picture of or picks because I don't remember them by the time Sunday gets here, and then I'm like wondering.
Well, if you just listen to our podcast, which is released every Friday,
I could do that, but then that would take time.
well, it's the best podcast in the world.
It is
so,
the best podcast.
Josh, we've got 2 more games. We've got Monday Night Football doubleheader. Tennessee at Miami. We're both rolling with Miami. And then Green Bay at New York for the New York Giants. We're both rolling with Green Bay. That's our picks for this week.
Week 14.
Week 14, we're almost there.
Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station.
So people on social media are talking about the bizarre house rules. Well, we were talking about the bizarre decorations. So bizarre as it may be, they experienced when staying at someone else's home when they were a kid. The best ones are #1, someone said they had to take a bath at a friend's house one time and discovered they had a rule where they reused the bath water. Apparently to conserve money or water, there were 5 kids living in the house. The person says they had to use the water that had already been used once or more, and they're still bothered by it.
Maybe they had a bad hot water tank or something.
I actually know a family who did something similar to this. I never went to their house or was made to take a bath or anything, but I did have a discussion at one point where they were not in the higher tax brackets. They were just getting along.
Oh, that's sad.
And they had 7 in their home, 7 children in their home, and they shared bath water.
No wonder they were just getting along. They had 7 children to pay for.
Yeah. #2, the internet had to be off at 8 p.m. because all the good websites shut off, and the only websites left were bad and naughty. I don't know if there's any lie there. That might be an accurate statement. #3, the father used to turn the Wi-Fi off at 9 p.m. every night like a light switch so it wasn't wasted. 4, kids weren't allowed inside during the day, and when they visited, if it was mealtime, the mother would just hand the plates out the window to them. Interesting. #5, every morning the females, including female guests, had to wake up early and clean the house even though it was cleaned the day before. So daily morning cleaning, but only for the ladies.
It's like house service.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. The parents had a rule that you had to say no, please. So if her friend's brother was pulling on her hair, she'd have to say no, please. If you can't just say no, you have to ask please following your no.
That makes sense. In some places, they were like, you're going to use manners in my house. You're going to say, no,
But
sir,
still,
yes, sir.
there's definitely some occasions where please may not necessarily be a needed, appropriate
Please
response.
stop yanking my hair off my head.
Yeah, or please stop stabbing me. There's plenty of different examples. #7, a woman says she slept over at a friend's house when she was 14, and her friend's mom would confiscate her phone at the door, even though her dad had given it to her for safety. #8, everyone was forbidden from chewing gum, even guests. That one would break my heart. I love some chewing gum.
I do too, but I see why, because, like there was a girl in school one time. She got that stuck in her hair. They had to cut all her hair out. So, maybe that's why it was a smart rule.
Maybe you can put that as a house rule for your place.
You know what? I wouldn't do. Well, what if that gets on the couch? I know my mom used to.
I don't
worry
know
about that.
what friends you have that spit their gum and
It's when
let
you're
it fall
younger,
out of
though,
their
Brian.
mouth.
It's not necessarily when you're.
I guess
as
that's
mature.
fair. I guess
you
that's fair.
spill more. I used to have this older lady that was our neighbor. We became good friends with her and her grandchildren. I'd go sleep over there sometimes. One time in particular, she didn't believe in putting the air conditioner on. She'd have the windows open. She wanted to keep it at 85 degrees. It was so hot in her house, Brandon, I had to take my shirt off to go to bed because I couldn't sleep. So I remember that. She'd be like, no AC.
Well, do you normally sleep with a shirt on?
Typically, I would,
Really?
especially at that young age. But over there, I was like, I feel like I'm dying.
See, that's not me, dude. I get adjacent to naked.
Thanks for letting me know.
I'm not. I don't get naked, but I get adjacent to it.
Adjacent to naked. Well, I was little, man.
I'm naked adjacent whenever I sleep.
It was so hot in that lady's house. She's passed away since then. Rest in peace.
Well, what was the weirdest rule other than the air conditioning?
Probably the air conditioning. We talked about off air yesterday. The tennis shoes. Some places they're like, take your shoes off at the door. They would refuse. I always thought that was uncomfortable for your guests. Like it's like, I don't know. I feel naked without my shoes.
I kind of have that rule at my place. It's not a rule, but it's suggested because whenever I walk into my house, I just take my shoes off because I don't want to track all of the things that come with outside throughout my house. Because I have hardwood floors and I like to walk around my place barefoot. I don't want to be stepping through sand and rubble and dust and all that.
But to me, you should know if your shoes are dirty. If they are, then take them off. If they're not full of mud.
But either way, they're going to have some type of sediment on them, Josh.
Well, don't have people over at your house if you're that picky.
All right, Josh, you're not invited anymore.
K93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. For the holidays, there's probably some things you shouldn't bring if you're having like this holiday potluck supper, right? What items would you say, Brennan, to avoid bringing?
Well, I'm a picky eater, so that's...
All of the above, says Brennan.
That is a hard question to lead with. I'm not bringing anything green, I will tell you that, in the first place. And, you know, you don't want to take something that's going to spoil, like, quickly. You don't want something that's gross whenever it's cold. So you just got to use those kind of guidelines.
I say don't bring fruitcake. Leave that crap at your house.
Nobody
for you
wants
to
fruitcake, dude.
And cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce can be good.
Leave that crap at home, too.
I would say that that's a very lazy thing to bring, but I wouldn't say that there's anything wrong with bringing cranberry sauce.
You always have that family member, too, like, I'm just going to bring the Coke. They show me one bottle of Coke.
I like bringing plates or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. But here are a list of some dishes to steer clear of if you're looking for a little bit more guidance. How about baked potatoes in aluminum foil? When the potatoes cool down, the moisture and steam in the foil can create a perfect environment for bacteria to grow. You can use foil to bake the potatoes. Just remove it before it cools down. Number 2, mayo-based salads.
What?
I hate this
potato
in the
salad.
first place.
Oh, it's so good.
The less of this I see, the better. Potato salad, egg salad, and macaroni salad are common culprits, but it isn't always the mayo itself. The protein or the cooked carbohydrate can make you sick too, so always keep those salads cold.
I don't know who it was, or what it was, should I say. I don't know if it was Christmas or not, but my aunt makes a great potato salad.
That's disgusting,
And she always
Josh.
makes it and brings it, and I believe it was bad. Basically, she used some bad, I don't know, eggs or what, potatoes. I don't know what it was. It maybe sat around too long, and my cousin got really, really sick. They were all throwing up, and it was bad.
Ugh. That's so gross.
So, yeah, you might want to stay away from the potato salad because you don't really know, you know?
Yeah, it's gross in the first place. And number 3, fish and seafood. Not only can they spoil easily at room temperature, it's also a risk for people with allergies. And then number 4, nuts. It's another one that's bad for people with allergies. And if a dish calls for sprinkling almonds or peanuts to finish a dish, consider leaving them off or bringing them in a separate container. If there are nuts in something you bake, make sure everybody knows. And then lastly, number 5, leafy green salads. The issue here is that there's a lot of opportunity for cross-contamination. Everything from cutting board to utensils and unwashed hands used for mixing. So I hit the nail on the head. I said stay away from stuff that gets gross whenever it's cold, and I said stay away from the green stuff.
Who's bringing a salad to Thanksgiving? I'm not Thanksgiving.
Lord knows I'm
Christmas.
not.
No.
Lord knows I'm not.
And nuts? Nobody wants nuts for Christmas. We want some
I
real
like
food.
pecan. If they were like candied pecans,
Maybe that's the only exception. Like it's
Yeah.
a treat, like a
Do you
little
say pecan
appetizer.
or pecan?
I say pecan for
Thank
sure.
goodness.
I say a lot of things incorrectly.
Do you say almond or
pecan
almond?
is not one of them. Huh?
Almond or almond?
Almond.
What about caramel or caramel?
I say caramel.
Ew. You were so close.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That was a good break up until just then.
I'm bringing the caramel for
Ew.
Christmas. K93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. And a lot of people, especially younger adults, they use some vacation time in December to go home for the holidays.
Me, I do that.
But does that count as a true vacation, Brandon? Do you feel like you used a vacation, you got a vacation?
Well, on my paycheck, it says I'm docked vacation time. But I wouldn't consider that a vacation. I would say that I'm just going home for the holidays. There is a very clear difference. I definitely, whenever I go home, I'm not necessarily, let me just say this. Whenever I go home, I always say, man, it's so good to go home and rest. I don't rest whenever I go home. It is refreshing to be around family and be around the people that mean the most to you. But at the same time, I'm going a billion miles an hour, going and trying to find all of my friends from back home. I'm trying to see my grandma, my Mimi, all of the above.
And you're not sleeping in your own bed, right?
It is.
It's your bed, but it's not
It's
your
my
bed.
bed, but it's not my bed. So it's a vacation, but it's not. So I would say, at least for my work side of things and how you define it in the professional sense, I guess, sure, we can call it vacation time, but
you're
I'm
not
not
resting.
I'm not
Yeah.
vacationing by
Right.
any sort of means.
So that's what these people are saying in this poll. 34% of people say traveling home does not count as a vacation. In fact, 71% say they're probably going to need a vacation after the time with the family. They need a vacation
that you?
basically from the vacation. Look, I get 1 week off a year paid, right?
Right.
I usually go to Orlando. And if you go to Orlando, it's not really a vacation.
You go to Orlando
You are walking
all the time.
You are walking miles and miles. You're up early in the morning. You're up late at night, and it's tiring. And you enjoy it.
Why don't you go
It's
somewhere
fun,
closer?
But it's tiring. So really, by the time I get back from Orlando, I'm like, after driving 12 hours there and back, I'm like, damn, I need a vacation. Like where I could just stay home and not do anything. A vacation to me is like you're at your house, you're sleeping late, you're staying up late, you're doing nothing, or maybe you go on a cruise. That's relaxing. A lot of people say that's why they enjoy cruises. Once you're there, you don't have to do anything.
Have you ever been to Silver Dollar City?
No.
That's way closer. Why don't you go there?
What is that?
It's another amusement park.
I'm sure it's not cool.
No, it's a really cool and it's a really nice one. It's
believe
nationally
it.
acclaimed. Look it up.
That's
It's
coming
great.
from you who doesn't like amusement parks.
I don't.
So
I don't
why
like
would
amusement
Why
parks.
would I
But
take
it was
your advice on
fun.
that?
It was fun.
So anyway, yeah. A lot of people feel like a vacation is needed after the holidays.
Well, how about this, Josh? You give both of us a vacation, and then we'll come back and we can talk about that vacation.
You know what? I wish I could, but
Dang.
it's above my pay grade.
Bang.
Thanks for listening to the Best of the Morning Q Crew podcast. Wake up with the Morning Q Crew weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. on Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. And be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss the best moments from the show each week.